Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll discuss section 91 of the Indian Evidence Act. And section 91 is contained in chapter 6 of the Indian Evidence Act. Chapter 6 deals with the exclusion of oral by documentary evidence. That means key circumstances that oral evidence exclude kora hoy by documentary evidence. So section 91 ot ami pam je kenuka khetrot oral evidence to exclude kora hoy by documentary evidence. Kintu section 91 or agoteo ami chapter 4 section 59 ot ami pai ahisu section 59 to koise je সকলো ধৰণৰ facts, all facts except the contents of documents or electronic records may be proved by oral evidence. So সকলো ধৰণৰ facts oral evidence ৰে prove কৰিব পাৰি কিন্তু contents of documents বা electronic records or ক্ষেত্ৰত oral evidence to exclude কৰা হয় by documentary evidence. তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত documentary evidence ৰেহে proof kora hoy. Okay, so section 59 is a general declaration of the rule of best evidence, and section 91 is more specific about the principle of exclusivity. Okay, so section 91 to aji ami amar video discuss korim kintu jehetu oral evidence exclude kora hoy documentary evidence er hetu kotha bibhinno dhoroner sections to koise logote 91 or logote ami he related sections puro yat ami aji okoman discuss korim. Okay, so section 91 discusses about the evidences of terms of contracts, grants or any other disposition of property. Okay, so section 91 ot bear ekta apunaloke jodi pori sai tat dekhibo je tat koise je suppose contract ekhon. Okay, duta A and B duta party majot kiba ekhon contract hol kintu সকলো ধৰণৰ contract e je written form ot থাকিব লাগিব documented form ot থাকিব তেনেকুৱা নহয় কেতিয়াবা কিছুমান contract কি হয় that documented form ot narakhile hoy kinu party ki kore je teoloke bhabe je nohoy ami in written form ot rakho tetia document form ot teoloke rakhi de aru kisuman contract ase jibilak as per law ki hobo lage written form ot thakibo lage aru registered hobo lage hetu mandatory hoy. Okay, so tenekwa dhornor contract jibilak documented form ot rakha hoise ba jibilak as per law documented form ot ase tenekwa khetrot contents of documents or khetrot ba grant hoba any other disposition of property khetrot jodi kiba dispute arise hoy tetia hole tenekwa dhornor tenekwa khetrot ki evidence dibo lage ba kuntu evidence best evidence hoy he section 91 ot koisar hetu answer pa ami section 91 or pora. So jodi terms of the contract, grants or any other disposition of the property in written form ot thake documented form ot thake tetia hole tenekwa khetot documentary evidence re hetu proof kora hoy. Okay, that oral evidence to exclude kora hoy. Suppose there is a case in front of the court. The question in front of the court related to the terms of a contract or related to grants or related to other disposition of property. Now here what happens, there is a question in front of the court related to certain aspect of that particular document. Now that content is in discussion. So in that case, what is the proof we need to give to the court? That is what answered by section 91. The answer is the document alone will be considered as proof. You cannot tell any other story in front of the court. So document itself is to be produced to prove the terms of any such contract, grant or other disposition of property. That is the best evidence rule. Okay, the best evidence about the contents of a document is the document itself. And section 91 and 92 define the cases in which documents are exclusive evidence of transaction which they embody. Okay, aru he karone section 91 to best evidence rule buliu koy. Okay, so section 91 ot yat tini duta exceptions ase aru tinita explanations ase aru hekhinu ami discuss korim. Okay, so jodi section 91 or apunaloke last jitu sentence to jodi sat pori sai tat dekhibo je tat eneke likhise je secondary evidences of its contents in cases in which secondary evidence is admissible under the provision herein before contained. Herein before contained means jeneke moi apunalok section 59 to kotha kolo thik teneke section 61 to koise je the contents of a documents may be proved either by primary or by secondary evidence. আমি section 91 ত কি পালো যদি কিবি কোনো contract হওক grant হওক বা any other disposition of property যদি documented form থাকে তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত contents of documents to সেই document খনৰে proof কৰা হয় তাত oral evidence to exclude কৰিছে okay এটা question arise হৈছে তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত secondary evidence দিব নোৱাৰে নেকি okay so তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত secondary evidence দিব পাৰে সেইবোৰ already আমাৰ কিছুমান sectionত আগতে কোৱা আছে okay so হেতুখিনি কথাই এই last line টোত কৈছে secondary evidence দিব পাৰে যদি secondary evidence to কি হয় admissible হয় so 61 এ কৈছে যে the contents of documents may be proved either by primary or by secondary evidence then section 65 so section 65 was specifically causes a cases in which secondary evidence relating to a documents may be given that koise kenukwa dhonor case secondary evidence to dibo pari এতিয়া আমি section 91 or exceptions pur discuss koriya duta exceptions ase okay first exceptions to public officer appointment er logot related hoy okay so public officers appointment so if the question is related to public officers appointment then need not produce the document by which he has been appointed suppose for example apnaloke ages dile june clear koribo okay tapasot apnalokor appointment letter abo he appointment letter khon di jikon warrant of appointment he khonar under apnaloke apnalokor official capacity kam koribo okay gotike hetu proof koribole apnalokor jikhon written documentary apnar appointment hoise he khon proof korar kuno dorkar nai so the first exception is related to the public officers appointment okay second exception is will or kotha koise okay if the question is related to probate so india amar will proof kora hoy ki hodara probate dara okay so if the question is related to probate as against will in that case the probate is a valid proof so এই দুটা exception asile section 91 first is related to public officers appointment and second is wills or khetrot asile okay so probate means ki probate means the copy of a will certified under the seal of the court of a competent jurisdiction so technically ki copy of to probate of property actually secondary evidence hoy ke secondary evidence it is the secondary evidence of the contents of original will but it ranks as primary evidence okay so these are the two exceptions under section 91 now there are three explanations under section 91 so আমি one by one discuss কৰি যাও so আপোনালোকে পঢ়ি লব মই গুটেখিনি ইয়াত লিখা নাই so first explanation to কৈছে যে this section applies equally to cases in which the contracts grants disposition of property referred to are contained in one document to cases in which they are contained in more than one document so first explanation to কৈছে যে if there are more than one documents then section 91 applies to all documents যদি এটাতকৈ বেছি document থাকে তেতিয়া section 91 to গুটেই বিলাক documents or ক্ষেত্ৰতে applicable হ'ব for example if a contract is contained in several letters okay কিবা এখন contract হল a আৰু b ৰ মাজত তেওঁলোকৰ যিখিনি conversation আছে several letters তেওঁলোকৰ মাজত আদান প্ৰদান হল okay then all the letters in which it is contained must be proved this is the first explanation okay second explanation if more than one original is sufficient to prove okay so second explanation says that if there are more original than one jodi ekhonotকৈ বেছি original থাকে তেতিয়া হলে এখন original proof কৰিলে কি হৈ যায় sufficient হৈ যায় okay for example আপোনালোকৰ যেটো illustration c2 দিয়া আছে if a bill of exchange is drawn in a set of 3 one only need to be proved তেতিয়া যদি bill of exchange kon tinta set আছে তেতিয়া হলে যিকোনো এটা original copy proof কৰিলে হৈ যায় okay then third explanation extraneous facts in documents okay so suppose যিখিনি ডকুমেন্টৰ কথা বা যিখিনি ইয়াত three classes of facts ৰ কথা section 91 ত কৈছে if any document does not relate to any of these three classes of facts that is mentioned in section 91 oral evidence is not excluded by it ইয়াৰ কাৰণে আপোনালোকে চাব section illustration d to চাব পাৰে আৰু illustration আপোনালোকে e to চাব পাৰে okay so if any document there is a statement of facts যদি এনেকুৱা যিকোনো ডকুমেন্টত এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ statement of facts আছে যেটো other than those referred to in section যেটো three classes of facts ৰ কথা কৈছে section 91 হেতুতকে বেলেগৰ কিন্তু তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত oral evidence exclude কৰিব নোৱাৰে তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত oral evidence দিব পাৰে then it is not hit by section 91 okay so এইখিনি আছিল section 91 next video ত আমি ডিসকাস কৰিম section 92 টো 92 টোৰ ওপৰত স্পেশালি ভিডিও বনাবলৈ ৰিকুৱেষ্ট আহিছিল কিন্তু আমি 91 টো ডিসকাস নকৰাকে 91 টো ডিসকাস 92 টো ডিসকাস কৰিব নোৱাৰো সেই কাৰণে মই প্ৰথমতে 91 টো ডিসকাস কৰিলো so next video ত আমি 92 টো ডিসকাস কৰিম thank you